Welcome back to the channel. Now, fans across the world are saying this is the moment that they have been waiting for. The UK Privy Council is ready to hand out the Vybz Kartel verdict. And of course, fans of the incarcerated dancehall superstar are waiting for his freedom. And of course, the way the case was presented, people that say, of course, it can go either way. Now, of course, before the trial had started, L.A. Lewis, a prominent social media figure, did visit the community where it is alleged that the crime took place. Surprisingly enough, the people of the community, so Vybz Kartel was a model citizen, and that on the night in question, people living in close proximity to the property said they don't remember any commotion taking place on said property, which have led fans to believe that Vybz Kartel was wrongfully accused and was not given a fair trial. Something where Isaac Buchanan pointed out in the UK Privy Council. And remember, Isaac Buchanan, human rights attorney, was pointing out that the artist's rights were violated during the trial process. And some believe this is something that will lead to an overturning of Vybz Kartel's conviction. And the result will be freedom for Vybz Kartel and Sean Stam. As other two accused, situations are more complex. All four would be cleared of these specific charges. So that means Vybz Kartel and Sean Stam, if the conviction is overturned, they would be released immediately. I don't know if they're going to get released the same day, but they have no other matters, no other legal issues. And was, as such, given the right to be freed from behind the bars. Some people say the situation with the jury will definitely be a major factor in this Vybz Kartel Privy Council case. The fact that even the UK judges, based on all in the talk, was wondering why a new jury was not selected in respect to the court, to the accused, and the judicial system, that a fair trial was given. The people are saying that was not the case. And even the defense attorneys at the time saying that certain pieces of evidence that was put forward should have never been used. And like the people might ask, if a retrial is given, will the same piece of evidence be used against Vybz Kartel? And if that evidence can no longer be used, does the prosecution even have a case? Will this be a situation where, just like we have seen before, when there's not enough evidence to pursue the case, you have a non-prosecute test? So the people must say, based on all of that, it look like them offer free Vybz Kartel. The only option. And with the UK being the highest court for Jamaica at the moment still, we hear the attorney representing the prosecution saying that the judge did what was best for the situation at the moment. But was the decision taken by the trial judge to not take up any more of the people's time, taxpayer dollars? Was that initiative in the trial a violation of Vybz Kartel and his other co-accused rights? What people understand is that that's something where Isaac Buchanan put forward in her court, saying that regardless of why the prosecution made the decision that they made, regardless of the reason why them choose to go the route where them go, it was in violation of his attorneys and the co-accused rights. And they must say go further than that, and not just the jury. It happened with the evidence too. Remember, the phone that make call, allegedly. And we are talking about while in the hands of law enforcement. I don't think the UK Privy Council can just overlook these instances. And as much as people have said the prosecution asks for a retrial, if the evidence that them used initially can't be used again, most people not see how them would can prosecute. Some people say, well, what happened to the witness statement Well, when you hear what the judge say, either way, the local Jamaican appeal court did say, them that say them uphold the conviction based on the voice evidence or the recordings, and I think the text messages. Remember, the case had no forensics. It was just a witness testimony. Where they say, upon the same yard where L.A. Lewis visit, the witness say, that is the premises where the incident took place. Of course, I'm going to say, law enforcement do them due diligence. Visit the location. As a matter of fact, there was video footage with Vybz Kartel being led around to the different premises. But there was never any forensic evidence presented in court. Surprise. With the type of scene where the alleged witness described, you'd think it'd be a horrific crime scene. But whenever your law enforcement say, them find a forensics, or there was a sign that people that try to clean up the scene, for hide forensic evidence, whenever you're not talk like that. And as what L.A. Lewis said, based on the statement from the witness, saying that it was a big commotion, chaos, fencer jump, people are running for them lives. I think people on the avenue that remember something like that, being that is a quiet uptown community. One of the individuals who L.A. Lewis them speak with was a house right near the premises. One of the windows actually facing towards the yard. And we know you have nothing. So tell me what you think that mean. Or even what that mean for a retrial. You know, so like the prosecution would have much more evidence to actually use against Vybz Kartel in the case. So as much as them want a retrial, or that's what the attorney representing the prosecution said, we don't think the prosecution have the evidence for a retrial. And yes, them are going to use the same exact evidence against Vybz Kartel. And keep in mind, the individuals from the UK who looked at the digital evidence did not agree with the way it was said that the evidence was extracted from the device. So even if that piece of evidence is used, more likely the defense will be able to use the testimony from that individual who has worked with the UK, that company was worked with the UK before, and evidence of this type of nature. Digital forensics them deal with. So even if the prosecution used the evidence there and used testimony from somebody local, the defense now has somebody from overseas who has worked on these type of devices at the highest level. And they must say, yo, the evidence would have to be extracted piece by piece and then put together. Which the defense I say, if evidence is taken piece by piece and then stitched together and presented as a whole, then even mistakes, unintentional mistakes, can happen. And this being something put together and presented, the mistakes can change the narrative completely. Start in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Of course, if you're new to the channel, as I pass through, click the subscribe icon and the bell icon, and of course, put it on all. And this is how you know will be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here on the platform. The like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like and bust a share, and tell a friend, tell them sister and them brother them to check the channel, check out the channel, check out the reason, and join the discussion. The comment section up 24/7, it never lock it. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and yes, your opinions there. And of course, we can continue the reasoning via the comment section. Now, of course, as I said before, I'll give a quick recap. The UK Privy Council, Vybz Kartel's verdict. The world is saying freedom is a must. Mr. Buchanan is saying that the verdict must be overturned, and Vybz Kartel and his co-accused names must be cleared, and they should be freed immediately. As I say, comment section open 24/7. It never lack yet. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and yes, your opinions there. This is where I continue reasoning. Until we reason again, live, love, and prosper. And stay tuned.